There are few sports so challenging and so demanding as athletics. It demands continuously that you perform to your absolute best. Indeed, it is not the other competitors who are your competition, but rather, it is yourself. In athletics alone, you strive, not so much to win, but simply to beat your own previous best effort. Athletics is about reaching deep inside yourself and finding the fight to continue, to push on as your legs fill with lactic acid and every instinct inside you tells you to stop. It's about pushing through the pain and casting aside the demon on your shoulder who tells you to slow down, relax, and chill out. As a result, athletics is a sport of courage, grit, determination, and a tenacity that demands that you never give up.
So why is it that athletes like myself spend hours in their day stressing about scratching 100th of a second off their time when we could just participate in a team sport and our only concern be if we win the match or not? I'm Stewart, and in this documentary I'm going to be looking into why generations of athletes give up so much time for such a demanding sport. Why do retired athletes give up their time to train younger ones? Why do 10-year-olds give up their time when they could be playing computer games? And importantly, why do teenagers give up their time when they could be out with friends? Why do you do athletics?
I just feel at home when I'm running on the track.
I like to practice different events and push myself to the limit.
I love the people.
I've been doing this for a really long time and it's very important for me.
Though I haven't been doing athletics for as long as some of my teammates, I feel like it's something that I hung on to for a long time, as I love the sport and everything that comes along with it.
Often, trainings are difficult and require as much physical strength as they do mental, but that's the point of it. If we want to achieve the results that we so desperately desire, pushing ourselves to the limit and challenging ourselves is a necessity. And most of the time, we still manage to leave with a smile on our faces. As well as explaining why I do athletics, I think that it's important to let you know why other people of my age aspire to give up so much of their time for such a crazy and demanding sport. Hi, so today I'm here doing an interview with a fellow athlete of mine, Brian, and he's going to answer some questions about why he does athletics. Okay, so first of all, how old are you?
I'm 16 years old. I was born in the US, but I've lived here for 7 years now.
What inspired you to start doing athletics?
Well, I started athletics competitively when I was about 10 or so. To be honest, I like the idea of having some friendly competition and being active. I especially found the javelin pretty cool, the idea of running around spearing people. It wasn't exactly what actually happened, but it was still pretty cool.
And obviously as a runner you have to train and keep your condition up, so first of all, how many times do you train in a week and what drives you to come training instead of sitting at home and eating a packet of chips?
I train, that sounds so nice actually, but I train 6 days a week. Some trainings are long runs, some are short runs, and some are weight trainings like tonight. And what drives me basically is a passion for the sport, a want to keep fit and feel healthy, and also what's really nice about sports is the camaraderie, the not teamwork in this case, but getting to meet new people, and seeing them progress and seeing yourself progress. Yeah. And I think you'll agree too that one of the nice things about sports is that you can see personal development.
Yeah, I think athletics is such a sport that, or one of the only sports in fact, where it really is solely about you progressing and evolving, and personal best is what it's all about. Right. So how does training so much, because 6 times a week, 7 days in a week,
exactly.
How does that affect your life? Like, socially, I know friends of mine at school, they have more time to maybe go to the movies or such things. How does it affect your life?
I find it does have a large effect on my life. Academically, it's forced me to be able to use my time effectively and avoid procrastination. As much fun as it is to procrastinate, especially since I'm doing such a tough course in school. But socially, I found that I'm able to balance being able to train with still having friends, hopefully. But it does have an impact, I won't lie, but it also allows you to have a social life outside of just your school, so that's nice also.
Yeah, how do you find, like, for me, I know that athletics has sort of driven me to work hard, and the competitiveness kicks in, like, in school to achieve high marks, and has it sort of done the same for you?
Definitely, definitely. Friends know that I'm a very competitive person, especially when I play basketball or run track. But that's also similar in the classroom too. And it's not just a competitiveness to see who gets the best grades, but it's also just a drive and a kind of energy, you know, to be kind of competitive, to get the best you can. The best you can be, yeah. Not necessarily to beat someone, but you know what I mean.
Do you find that track helps you sort of with coordination, obviously, and just be good at other sports and other things that you do?
Yes, yeah. I'm pretty, I don't want to say I'm pretty fast.
Well, he is pretty fast.
It really helps me, especially in basketball, for example, because in that sport you have to change direction quickly, and you have to be able to run up and down the court and have a good general stamina and stuff. But also, even in PE and physical education in school, when I play soccer or football,
gives you an edge on others.
Yes, yeah, and I'm terrible at that sport, but I'm a little bit better just because track has helped me. So yeah.
What is your favorite distance at the moment?
Probably the 800, and I'm crazy for saying that. I actually probably the 4 or the 800 because it's also a willpower, a race about willpower,
running, yeah.
Right? And if you have that, then you have an advantage.
As you run, you'll definitely be aware of this. You know, you get lactic acid in your legs, and the quicker you go, the harder it gets. But that drive, like, it's what, you know, makes Olympians, to put it like that.
Right.
Like, that they keep going and don't give up even when it gets tough. And that sort of even comes out, like, in trainings, because trainings are often more difficult than the race themselves.
In 2 stories, I ran in the Dutch Nationals. Last year, I think it was, in the 800, and that was probably the first time that I felt a real burning. There's this lactic acid, and it hurts, so that might put people off, but it's actually, it's an interesting feeling because you're really pushing yourself to the limit. And also, trainings can be pretty intense, and actually when I first joined Startbaan, a more advanced group, I had trouble keeping my dinner down or something afterwards, which is kind of graphic, but just because the level of intensity was pretty good.
Yeah. Have you got anything you want to share?
Just that it's a really cool experience, being able to better yourself, meeting new people, and feeling a little bit challenged, but then being able to best that challenge and meet it and go further than that. That's a pretty cool experience. So I would definitely recommend athletics to anyone who asks me.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And goodbye.
Cool.
To be an athlete, it is of course important to have skill, determination and dedication. However, an athlete without a good trainer by his or her side will never be able to reach their full potential. Luckily, my training group and I are fortunate enough to be blessed with a skilled and experienced trainer who trains us in such a way that we're able to work hard and improve while still having a good time.
Okay. Hi, so today I'm here with Robin van den Berg, who is my trainer, was previously also an athlete, and we're going to ask him some questions. So first of all, how long have you been involved in athletics?
Already 35 years.
That's a long time. Did it get boring?
No, never.
Would you say that athletics, over the years of doing it, has sort of taught you with regard to maybe other things in life, or helped you with other things?
Yeah, Depends a bit what you learn from it. If you're under a lot of pressure, you need to really be at your best and still compete at your best.
So to cope with the pressure.
Yeah, exactly, and that's I think what you also need in real life, and also really to always try to be the best in everything.
Yeah.
That's
sort of how personal bests work as well, of course, because you're constantly trying to get better. Just going back to when you were competing, what events did you do and what were your favourite?
I was a decathlete and I liked hurdles or the running and the jumping events and the throwing a little bit less.
Yeah.
But that comes with the years. I competed at a national level, was 2 times national champion and once 10th in the European Cup final, so that was a little bit my level, but it was quite okay.
Yeah.
I think,
So now you finished sort of competing and but you're still involved with the sport and you train us, you train us like, I don't know, 5 times a week or something like that, which is quite a large amount. Why, do you, when you could sort of close it off and be finished with the sport and watch the Olympics every 4 years?
I'd like to really help, I think, the athletics in total to really get better, because I like to really use my experience to really train people to get better. I always like to train people and make people better and deal with different types of training and exercise and that you can also see that you really improve by doing certain things.
Yeah.
So that's really nice and I like to do that.
Do you feel, now just talking about our group especially, do you feel that the group could move forward to compete at a sort of higher level, maybe a national level, and do well and succeed in it? Or do you just keep more of an overview on how it's going at the moment and just sort of hope that we all don't die before?
No, I think it's a good question, because I think maybe you have seen that I have selected people in my group, and not everybody is allowed to train in the team.
Yeah.
So everybody who is in this group has a potential to grow to compete at national level, and we already do, but some do better than others. But that's how I select people. No.
Right, well, thank you, and goodbye.
As well as training us, Robin also puts together all of our training schedules, which are often quite challenging, but we do have fun while doing them. And sometimes cheating doesn't go amiss, provided that he's looking the other way, of course.
So as you can see, I'm in the gym at the moment and I'm just about to get cracking with some of my teammates.
During the winter months, we spend a great deal more time working inside, as it's time to get fit and strong, ready for the important competitions during the summer months. Luckily, I don't have to endure the pain alone. I have my teammates with me and we do most of the trainings together. As well as there being many people of my age at the track, there's also a big group of kids who are quite a bit younger, who I also managed to get the chance to interview.
Well, hi guys. Today I'm here with 2 young athletes on my track, Mattei and Jacob, and we're going to do an interview. So the first question I've got for you guys is, why do you do athletics? Why did you start?
At first I thought it was going to be boring because my dad put me to do it and I didn't want to do it, but I had to because I wasn't doing enough sport. And when I first came there, the activities were fun and...
Because you're doing sport, you can eat more sweets and stuff, right? Which is good, right? Yeah.
I thought I would give it a go because you were also pretty fast and I wanted to be pretty fast.
Did you want to be like Usain Bolt? Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Do you ever come home and are you really tired, or is it just always fun to go training?
It's always fun to go training.
Are you guys glad that you started athletics? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And do you think you'll continue with it?
Yeah.
Well guys, thank you very much for the interviews.
Anytime.
And I hope to see you guys in the Olympics when you're older.
Hell yeah.
Bye!
Ciao.
Up until now, my training partners and I have had mostly the same schedule, but this year it was time for us all to start specialising in different events. After a long discussion with my trainer, we decided that it would be best for me to focus on heptathlons, which is all 7 events. This was both quite exciting and scary at the same time, as it would mean that I'd have to get all 7 events up to a reasonably high level, and would therefore also have to train more often. On the other hand, it was really exciting, because it meant that I'd be able to keep doing events that I'm perhaps not as good in yet, but do still really enjoy. I haven't been doing athletics for that long, but in the past 2 years that I have been doing it, it's really become a part of me and has only changed my life for the better. I've made so many new friends and I've been able to do things that I never dreamed of doing.
Kills me, makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be.
Athletics has pushed me to fight for what I want in life. It's taught me that it is possible to push yourself beyond what you think is your limit, and that above anything, you must always be the best you can be.